Hello everyone and welcome back to the Ironside cast. Me Matt, where we have a 2v2 field here on Gelsenkirchen Refinery on the Western Front. Let's go through the players, shall we? Present the allies today. We have, what's the name, Silver Wolf here as the United States of America for the commander. And we have General Kaiser as the British Commonwealth for the commander. Present the Germans today. We have Maverick straight again with Mechanisierte Tactics for the Waffen-SS. And we have Kagabu as the Wehrmacht, whatever the commander choice yet. Kagabu rushed up their pioneers to be inside the structure, it looks like. While their other infantry is probably going to try and secure ground behind us, starting with a double Volksgrenadier build. Go down here, the rear zone assume that encounter the Storm Pioneers of the Waffen-SS. America and rear zone are not going to be able to take that fight easily. Indeed, I don't think they're going to last much longer there. Storm Pioneers are pretty damn good at what they do after all. Because he's basically killing the squad there in seconds. Also looks like that Maverick is going for some cheaper Waffen-SS infantry in form of the 9th SS Grenadiers instead of the Storm Grenadiers. I think you can do if you're playing as Mechanisierte. Gets you a little bit of meat on the front line. The Sabers are now encountered with the Volksgrenadiers of the Wehrmacht. Rolling up behind this destroyed truck. They're sending aboard troops slowly. The Americans are bringing up their own riflemen, trying to counteract these Storm Pioneers. Storm Pioneers only have light cover here, so it's not going to help them that much. You have to pull back to heavier cover. As the Americans are able to get a lot of firepower going. 9th SS is going to try and set up some sandbag walls behind them. But the squad leader does go down with his Sturmgewehr. And the Americans are trying to get closer here, but they need to be cautious. They have no cover there. Oh, they target down the sandbags, very smart. Germans need to get behind cover. But they're more Volksgrenadiers securing ground. Oh, well, the Wehrmacht is just securing ground here at the moment. Fairly fine. They've also built up a barrack in here to get some different units. Americans are going for Ranger Company by the looks of it. Very potent commander choice. Can do a lot of work for itself. You get access to the Jumbo later on. The Jumbo is a very, very good choice. And the Brits still fighting along the front line here. Still no command choice from either on the northern flank. The Volksgrenadiers are flanking a little bit. Not sure what's going on with this guy. He's running ahead of his squad. Happens sometimes. He's gonna die for it. Yep. The American riflemen are certainly gonna be a problem there. But Germans do have some more manpower this time, thanks to them being the Mechanisierte, so they can get the cheaper infantry. Will help them apply a little bit more mass here. It's not to be cautious though. The Americans are pretty damn good if they get to medium to close range combat. American infantry squads have a lot of firepower potential because they're all armed with semi-automatic weaponry after all. I'm trying to get around this large silo here. Before a grenade hits the silo. Nah, it's a little bit too big of an object. Well, up here looks like the Wehrmacht has gone for Panzerdivision. Okay. And what are the British going to do then to counter that is the question. So far nothing, but they're still moving around behind cover. This infantry is pretty unreliable, so they can just stay at range here and do a good bit of work. Pretty damn accurate with their Lee Enfield rifles. I actually think this position is not that good for the Germans at the moment, because they don't have that many angles that they can actually fire at the British. Please also bring up a Vickers machine gun. The British are somewhat having the advantage here, I feel. Especially with the team up here with the Bren gun. And they can get shot at that building from a lot of angles here. Those Pioneers have to get out of there quick. But MG42 is now starting to come out here for the Wehrmacht. We have an MG34 in the fields behind the truck down here. Down here looks like the Waffen-SS being pushed back just as they were trying to set up the forward headquarters. Ooh, that is not good. That is gonna put back the Waffen-SS a lot if they lose that. Because the Allies know it's there. That could really set back the Waffen-SS for a very long time. It's always risky to try and set up the forward headquarters at the front line. But you never know if the enemy is just suddenly going to push you back. In my opinion, you generally want to put it a little bit further back. But that's just my own opinion on the matter. It will allow them to reinforce here and have a good bit of cover if they can get behind it. And the Allies don't really have a lot that can actually damage it at the moment. The Germans have that advantage. They are throwing smoke grenades during the way. Try and buy themselves some more time. Tossing a pineapple grenade there. Germans do not have any cover there. It's all negative cover. They dodge it though. Once that smoke clears, that's going to be a very big problem here for the Americans. The heavy cover is certainly helping the Germans here hold. Also have an MT-44 being equipped in the squad. They're being pinned down by the American machine guns. However, if they set this as a retreat point, they can literally just click retreat, and they should be out of suppression immediately. But it looks like the Vanguard is coming out to support. Bosconiers are quickly coming down here to provide assistance. He needs to clear that American machine gun. They're doing their best to do so. And I will allow them after this to hold on to this ground. So well played there from Kaka was sending out reinforcements to help his ally. But he certainly needed it at that point. There's still an American machine gun inside this structure over here. Rangers also arriving here by a half-track now. Which will certainly give the Americans some more firepower to work with. British force also now getting into the flank. Going down the Pioneers there. But the force is close enough to get some damage done. Most being tossed. I think the Germans are still going to win an engagement. Yep. Was fairly close though, all things considered. We also have an Untersturmführer arriving here for the Waffen-SS to help hold the front line. Maybe an MT-44 coming up. Also Germans piled up behind the sandbag. You generally want to spread them out. The more they're bunched up, the easier they're going to be to suppress and hit. Even with the heavy cover involved. Here comes the half-track. Why, I don't think the Germans are prepared for dealing with that. 50 caliber can get a lot of work done. I don't think we can see they're going to just have any anti-tank equipment apart from a Panzerknacker. So they actually have to get very close to this thing to damage it. Panzer squad is being well positioned. The Suga equipped here inside the half-track, which is now firing out through it. Which shouldn't really be possible, but whatever can you do? Half-track is pushing up. Ingon has been taken out on the half-track. However, Maverick does seem to be a little bit of a complainer in my experience. We got some more boss just coming up here with MP40s. Got some MG down there in the structure. Spoken being tossed and the great there as well. All the force grenades have to pull back. The Waffen-SS is still holding their ground. Half-track has been re-equipped. Half-track is trying to get around the flank here. They do have a Panzer squad now waiting. Ooh, damage engine. The Rangers had to abandon it quick, but good thing they got out of it. So the strike's been calling here by the Untersturmführer. It's going to force the Americans to pull back a little bit. Port headquarters has been set up by the United States though. They're intending to stay in the area. I had a very close-knit fight down here. Up here, not a lot of movement has been going on. But very quiet, as both sides are just trying to wait out each other. It's mostly been down here the fighting has been going on so far. Got some more sandbags here for the Waffen-SS. More force grenadiers coming down to support. Also, a Panzer II command tank coming down to support. That will certainly help. Money is going to try to get around the flank. The Americans don't really have a lot of AT apart from one bazooka. So the Panther II could do a lot of work if used at the right time. You just need to take down those ranges. The Panther II's on the move. Pulling in some artillery strike here. It's going to be precision barrage. Lots of artillery going in around this area. Yeah, that's working out pretty damn well for the Germans. Now the Panther II is doing its thing. Be able to provide and also kind of supported range here. But the British are trying to push through down the street here because of that. General Kaiser has gone for tank here for the British Commonwealth. We have Panzer and Tank on the northern flank and Ranger and Mechanisierte on the southern flank. Intriguing setup. American lieutenants trying to call an artillery strike. He's under a little bit too much fire from the Panther II, I think. Sabbath's getting around the flank here. They have already decaptured the fuel point. Put the Germans a little bit on the back foot in terms of the munitions. Also been called here by the Panther II. Sabbaths keep working around the flank here, but he needs to be careful. MP4 is now on them. That's too much. Impact rate does do a good bit of damage though. The Panther II is just clearing out the American position. British 80 guns are also able to try and help. But now the Germans are assaulting into the center here in the refinery. Force the 80 gun back. That's a lot of SS Grenadiers coming up here. They're not really supposed to be good for assaulting though. They're kind of meant to be more static infantry, I think. And Panther II is doing a lot of work down here. But the American 80 gun is now arriving. So the Germans seem to have gotten the upper hand now because of that. We also have a British lieutenant on the move here, our lieutenant. Also, they're calling in some more fuel supplies in the base. I think all allied tank commanders can do, I think. These Grenadiers are doing a lot of work. Americans are certainly having issues. But that's serious enough to force them back for the moment. The Panther II command tank is just a really big threat. Like having a commanding vehicle that's like able to be a good anti-infantry vehicle is pretty useful. Especially when that's so mobile as the Panther II looks. As you can see, that it's just really good at dealing with infantry. All it requires is the autocannon to hit. Yeah, not much is going on. Both sides are just keeping an eye on each other. We also have the Prince's own Hussars here. Prince's own Dragoons, I think. You could fully with automatic weaponry, which will make them quite resilient to that. But the Americans have suffered severe casualties. NATO's German is coming up behind us though. And the Germans haven't prepared anything very AT-wise yet. They do have the Panzerjägers and they could be equipped with a Panzerschreck. And the Iceland is just gonna get mowed down here. Too many MG-34s. And they're just punching up the infantry a lot though, which is not actually gonna help them. They just need to spread out and get behind cover. Like you see that, that's a little bit of a good spread. Oh, they should have manned the 80 gun now. It's gonna reduce their firepower severely. Hussars have to pull back there. Then he's doing a pretty damn good job here assaulting. Pushing forwards again, but they're in negative cover now. I don't think they care because they have the support of that Panther II. The Panther II is so far cannot hit them due to the smoke. And they have to pull back because of that. The Panther II is going to get through the smoke now. The British don't have their good thermos grenades at the moment. But we do have an A2 Sherman coming up. which the Panzer II stands no chance of dealing with. Looks like most of the fight is just going to revolve around this refinery. German's on the move here. He has to hunt down a Panzer II. Ooh, failed to penetrate. It is only a 75mm. Apparently Luke's can break through this without it breaking the model-wise. That's awkward. Guess the terrain must not be designed for that in mind. Ooh, the Grenadiers are still too bunched up here. Do a pack on the flank here from the Wehrmacht. Packs on the flank. The force of Shims trying to get into the... Oh, it got hit there. That's not good. Panzer misses. Blade's gonna hit. Smoke being popped. And Sue still holds on. BH1 with Bazooka gets cleared out. Americans lost practically all the infantry. Time on target. No, that's not time on target. That's another kind of artillery barrage called in by the British lieutenant. Not really hitting too much though. But that's another. That's not the other Sherman. Oh, it is. We have artillery observation stock here. Another commanding vehicle from the Wehrmacht's Panzer Division. Basically a stock that's been equipped with a lot of radio equipment to serve as an observation platform for the artillery in the rear lines. I believe there was actually a thing, an issue with the stocks actually being under the artillery divisions of the Wehrmacht, not the Panzer divisions. There was a lot of back and forth internal rivalry because of that. Because obviously the Panzer divisions wanted the stocks to be part of the Panzer divisions, but no, the artillery had the right to have the stocks because the stocks are technically what's called an assault gun, meant to support the infantry as they advance up. Dealing with threats that way as more direct artillery. A lot of weird stuff went on in the German army setup, to be honest. Like even the German Air Force had their own Panzer division, if you believe it or not. Very weird things. Infantry forcing up here and dealing with the Hussars, forcing them back. We have some more riflemen coming in here. Armed with a bazooka. He wants to try and take out that Panzer II, but it's not really going to work. Germans too good at keeping that Panzer II under control. And we have a Panzer IV arriving here for the Waffen-SS. We do see a Comet coming up for the British. Will that be enough to turn this one around, I wonder? Another fuel airdrop in the base for the British. Now can see to get those Germans repaired. And we have some more radios in the field as well. The Fort headquarters being set up here. Germans trying to steal down the AT gun. I think Grenadiers won that fight, except they are able to suppress the Rangers and doing double rifle grenade. Here comes the Shermans. The Grenadiers are not really equipped for dealing with Shermans. They'd have to pull back immediately. Americans can also reinforce from the Fort headquarters back here. Here comes the Comets. That will certainly give the tank fight an edge here for the British Commonwealth. Artillery called here by the observation stock on the American position. I think it might also be the Untersturmführer. Looks like it might be the Untersturmführer actually. Ooh, Panzer Force going around the flank here. Do remember the Panzer Force is a very slow traverse rate. But it's a hand crank turret, unlike the Panzer IV-H. Apart from that, I think it's actually an identical tank. The issue is just it doesn't have the electrical turret. Common Star presently sender here. The SARS push up. Any sign of mines? I don't see any sign of mines. So it looks like the Comet is not going to face any indirect threat yet. Germans on the move, but there's a lot of AT fire down here. Lots of captured AT guns. Shipment gets cleared out. Then gets on the flank here. Mthis hits it. The Hussars getting a little worked on with his automatic weaponry. Only one guy left though. They have to get that Dragoon back, I think. Don't want to lose a veteran like him. But coming is down. I don't know if that Dragoon is gonna make it. Actually, he might actually make it. Okay. We have a second Dragoon coming up. Another ship pushing up here. You have the 10th Frönsberg now. A little bit more of a higher tier defensive unit able to make it as yet. Using a Granatbüchse at the moment. But that's not really going to be help anything against the tank. Another comment coming up. Panzer's frag fails to penetrate. That observation stock is holding on with a lot of punishment. Another Panzer on the flank here. But the Comet is a pretty damn good tank, so it's honestly not much of a surprise. Comet is like the premier medium tank of the British Commonwealth late in the war. It has a very good gun on it. Almost just a very good tank. Panzer hits and penetrates. 5-6 has to pull back. They don't really have anything but the bazooka. And he's killed. He is dead. There's a Panzer gun is now coming up here for DV Wehrmacht. Half a tank coming in behind us. 10% are trying to assault. Americans are trying to push down here using their captain and everything. But the Panzer II is laying down a lot of fire. Panzer IV here gets hit by a bazooka and gets taken out. Panzer II might not survive this. There it goes. Coming in down here now to help on this flank. Lots of back and forth down here. Captain has to pull back to replenish, I think. Doesn't want to stay there. SS being sent by the United States, good to see. That is a lot of SS infantry holding on here. And machine gunner's not going to survive. That's a lot of the SS infantry now starting to advance again. The Rs opening fire. 5 grades also opening fire from the 10th SS. There's the Granatbüchse. Ooh, yeah, those grades from science actually do their job. Here comes the Allied tanks again. We also have some assault brigade here. The first assault brigade from the British Commonwealth. Unique company is available to Royal Tank, I think. Ooh, Panther hits the Comet. I suppose hits the observation stock and kills a lot of the stuff in front of it. But a blast deflecting off the front. Probably not intentional, but it worked out pretty well. Now with the Panther down here, the Germans, I feel, might have the upper hand on this flank. But it's always hard to tell. While infantry is on the move here, there'll be no real movement on the northern flank. There's the assault brigades waiting around the corner here. And a white phosphorus grenade. Oh, that was just a normal grenade, but it did a lot of work. Still going in the American captain. He barely makes it. Handsford gets destroyed by the 3-inch gun.
We lost an infantry unit. They got wiped out. Complete. What's next?
It's just become a very much a focused fight down at this point.
Battalion just released a major.
Honestly, kind of interesting, but it's actually to the Germans' advantage. Because the longer the fight remains down here, the more they can get an advantage of having both fuel points. Was this point not really been touched at all by Ironside? Wouldn't we have to just send someone up there to grab it, like these guys? He needs to go and grab it and return to their former position.
Ready. Go ahead.
Maybe we're in here to try and threaten this part of the map. Oh no. But it's like both sides are kind of blind. Not really blind, so what's it called? Tunnel vision. Yeah, that's the word. Tunnel vision down here. What a word, it's a term. Ooh, Panther tank waiting around here. Someone needs to be quite careful with the Panther tank present. But it's good to see like a mixed force here. The Americans and British fighting together in the same area. Against the Wehrmacht and the Mthis in the same area too. Oh yeah, the combat is still gonna have issues penetrating the front of a Panther. The Panther's frontal armor is pretty damn impressive. Another comment coming out here for the Royal Tank Regiment. Captain's trying to call in some kind of artillery strike. It's going to be just basic 105. Not very specific. Is it just a basic 105? HEM-15 mission. Large and accurate shells. Okay, so inaccurate shells are just going to land around the area. Here they come. Yeah, honestly, that didn't really hit much. I feel that could have been much better, but apparently not. But we also have artillery houses set up here and close to the front line from the Mthis. Emo going firing directly at the front line here. Doesn't have far to fire. Coming down to a fight here with the Panther. First assault brigade got killed. Panther's front armor still holding up pretty damn well. Another Panther coming in. Panther still needs to stay focused. Like if he gets close to the Sherman, then the Sherman can penetrate. You need to be cautious about what you're fighting. Use your range and use your frontal armor to your advantage. Don't try and get close. Just stay at range. That is what the Panther's best at. Stay at range and use your front. You know, the ISS is advancing with the infantry again. As the howitzer keeps firing. Destroying whatever is behind the American lines here. And the emphasis is not really equipped for dealing with tanks at the moment. Might be aiming to get that Panzer strike. Well, except their weapons are full brigade because they go for the MG42 with 100 rounds. That's actually a good one. I like the MG42 with 100 rounds. It's a really damn good upgrade. I can't really fault him for picking that one. More Rangers are around to hold up the front line, at least as best as they can. The knife is certainly getting pinned down pretty quickly. But the Understorm is calling in some kind of artillery barrage. More Panthers coming out here for Kagaboo. It's good to see Kagaboo focusing more on the Panthers rather than the Tigers. The Panthers do have more frontal armor than the Tiger after all. Which makes it quite reliable in that aspect. Might have a very long match in our hands here. The Stuka fails to penetrate. Thus blind the crew briefly. But the Allies are suffering very heavy casualties. Another airdrop coming in here for the British Commonwealth. Now for the American base, I think, to get the Americans some more fuel to work with. Or to help the ally. Their ally, rather. I think the British realize they need to push on the other side of the flank. They need to get some ground somewhere else. Oh, it's being repaired back here. Just the observation stock. Taking out about artillery strike of some kind. It is gonna be a... what is it? A naval weapon barrage. 12 centimeter. That's a pretty big naval weapon barrage, so that could get some work done. Depending on where it hits directly. Getting around here makes sense. It's gonna force the Americans to move quick. You can hear the rockets coming in. Oh! Those are some big rockets. Those are some real big rockets. There are a lot of the people there. You now have triple Panther. Full-on Panther Kampfgruppe available here for the Wehrmacht. That is very rare to see, and that is very dangerous. Panthers are not cheap. Comets are assaulting on the northern flank. There's not a lot to stop it. The Panthers just have to relocate northwards. Also, everybody's captain on the field here. Well, you can get the sickle back, artillery. Speaking. I will give the others a little bit more resource to work with, but it's not going to be enough. The Hussars are quickly going to realize they are going to be under fire from the post-grenadiers here. But an easy approach. They're still going for it. It's not going to be a good idea. Yeah, now they're starting to get hit by the bolts from the MT-40. Oh no, I think that's some good shots in, but now they're only hit by an MT-42 too. And they got mowed down in seconds there. All the Dragoons are trying to keep the firefight going here. Coming on the move though. I need to get some more of my sparkling water here. Well, we have a very long match ahead of us. Panthers on the move here. Sounds like the Imogen is firing again. There we go. My glass is now full with sparkling water, and the Comet's being hit. Not gonna last long like that. Now, the Comet might be impressive armor-wise for at the moment, but the Panther is still the Panther. That's a very good high-velocity gun. Like, the Panther is just a really good tank. Over on the infantry position there. You see an E2 coming out, so that's the Jumbo Sherman. Let's see if the Jumbo Sherman can save the flank of the United States. We'll certainly need some kind of miracle to break out from Mthis. It's not been looking good for them. Comets are having issues. Oh, they do manage to take out one of the Panthers up here. Must be really lucky, but now here comes the other Panthers. Oh, another good penetration, and then they have a Comet on the flank. Comets going together, might be able to win this. One other Panther down there. The other Panther should probably decide to pull back here. Oh, another good shot there from another Comet. Just have to use the maneuverability here. The British might be able to steal that Panther if they can manage it, but the Germans are not going to allow that to happen, I'm sure. And we'll have the A2 here in the center, and the E2 is now arriving, the Jumbo Sherman. The Germans will want to deny that vehicle quickly. But it's a quickly getting some troops up here to repair this, or capture this repair station, and get their Comets up and going again. Comets have actually saved them against the Panthers briefly. Panthers probably overextended a little bit. But the Imogen is just chilling the American positions a little bit too hard here. Another Imogen right there. The Americans have no respite at the moment. Jumbo's ready. German's gonna recapture the Panther? They probably are. Get some folks gonna need in there and try and get it back. Yep. I mean, this is gonna take a while. This thing has a very damaged engine, as you can see. Like, it is literally on fire.
Enemies are swarming.
Shell's gonna make a shot here. Oh! 50 caliber is enough in the rear to make them abandon it. Here comes the Jumbo, though.
The enemy has destroyed
An up-armored Sherman, probably one of the heavily armored thing in the American roster. I think this is the most heavily armored thing in the American roster, to be honest. But that Panzer still did some good damage to it. They just need to get moving, though. They need to see if they can either get that Panther or... Are they just going to try and deny it? Yeah, that's a successful charge. They want to deny it. Oh, it was a Command. It was not enough. The Panther holds. Can the British steal the Panther? So if the British can steal that Panther, that could certainly give them a little bit of an ace up their sleeve. I suppose I'm trying to be loaded here, but it's not really doing anything. Sometimes it's bugged like that. The Panther on the move here. Panther cannot see the comet from here. More British Dragoons coming up. Need to be careful where they move. Yeah, that MG42 can rip into them in seconds, as you can see. MG42s are very dangerous. Build the Mthis on the advance down here. Germany probably needs to turn around and deal with that. Rook having fire in the Comet because of them, and also the observation stock takes out the Comet. It's not looking good for the Allies here. The Allies captured the Panther or not? At this point, it's looking less and less likely. Germans quickly scavenged the wreck of the Panther, good to see. Gets some more resource to work with.
Panther ready.
And they have another Panther coming out to the field to replace the lost one. Other takes another shot. They were trying to hit the damaged Panther there. Sometimes it's better to destroy the wrecks than allow your enemy to get them, basically. Push and push. It looks like the 10% is not even going to bother to stay. Maveric's spamming a lot of infantry and putting them in clumps, isn't he? It's an easy target for the tanks, as you can see. Which are from the observation stock. America's coming out now, more Rangers coming into the field. More Panthers also get it. Hummels trying to get a flanking shot though. But a good shot there, killing some of the Pioneers actually. Oh, but it's getting headway returned by the Panthers. Comet has to pull back quick. Comet's too close here. Almost takes out that Panther, but it has to pull back. Here comes the Jumbo. Main gun destroyed on the Comet. But Jumbo's gonna pick up the slack. Second Jumbo's coming out.
We lost an infantry unit. They got wiped out.
So the Emo guns are firing again. Don't know where though. Where are they aiming at? Around here. Okay. Ooh, Comet has to be very careful. He's trying to get around. Around there, but it still hasn't turned the turn to deal with the Panthers. Courage jammed. Has to keep pulling back there. This armor is helping against the packs though. That's doing their best to keep these things prepared, but they need more infantry in the field. Rangers doing their best here, but it's not going to be enough against this kind of firepower. Tempests are just plowing through the American Rangers.
Target smashed. Ready. Go ahead.
The HQ ship has to constantly sweep down there instead to try and take up the slack on the southern front line. There's been no real vehicles to power that one Panzer IV J from Maverick, so I guess the Allies have that advantage. Now the Tempests have like no real ability to deal with these Shermans.
Target down. Target down. Ready.
Sherman's very good dealing with infantry, as you can see.
We got a new unit ready and on the field.
The Panthers now having a big duel up here against the Comets. So the damage to Panther finally got destroyed. Took them long enough. Also a repair station coming up here from the Americans. They're doubling down on having all the repairs up in this location. Double jumbos ready for action again. They're gonna have a lot of tank wrecks at the end of this battle, aren't we? The infantry assault here from the Waffen-SS. There's the stock remains there in the center. Jimmy cannot see it, now it can. Gets hit there, it has to pull back. Here comes the jumbos, they decide to move down here instead. In towards the refinery. Sherman A2 gets cleared out.
A medium tank was just lost.
The plan's gonna use a pin down, they can't do anything. There's still a Panther down here. Gets penetrated by the jumbo. But it hits back and penetrates the jumbo. Again, the Rangers have no chance against the Tempests at the moment. One common has been declared a command tank. Gives it a little bit more to work with, I think. Immobilized command right there, that's not good for the Allies. Command's gotta be an easy target then. I need to drink so much water with these. Remember to drink water, by the way. Always remember to hydrate. I prefer to drink carbonated water because I prefer like the feeling of bubbles. I always prefer the feeling of bubbles. But I need to drink more water, so I'm trying to cut down the soda. So carbonated water seemed like a very good solution. That comment's not gonna last. There it goes. Ammo cooked. That's a 55 comment, so that's a very high tier comment right here. Jumbo was present. They're ready to support and coordinate. I think they're actually all buffing each other. To some extent. Probably because they all speak English. That's the advantage of having the Americans and British fight working together. They can all benefit from the radio bonus. Because they're all coordinating. Like, having two countries that speak the same language is pretty useful in this scenario. The Allies and the Americans and the British can really coordinate well. But Germans are still not fortifying, but advancing down here. Here's our comes our A2, it's been equipped with high explosive rounds. That's a direct threat to all these Tempests. As you can see there. Trying to hunt them down. Command commons down the front. You also see a Churchill Mark IV coming out, which might actually be a good call. We're having a long firefight here with the Panther, but it has to pull back. But the Panther's coming up. Command should not stick around for too long. Immigrant is also fighting behind them. So the immigrant manages to back off. And not the immigrant, the command comment. Immigrant is still fighting in the area though. There's a lot of Panthers on the field. And one of them is Veteran 5. That is terrifying. You do not want to deal with a Veteran 5 tanks really from the German part, especially bigger ones like the Panther. Those things are really terrifying to fight. I assume the British are going to hope that Churchill's going to help even out the fight by using that as basically a tank against the it's an earlier model of the Churchill. Ooh. Should still have pretty good armor though. They're gonna use basically the Churchill as a distraction piece. Naval Werfer's going in here. What Mthis is coming up, but there is an A2 on the flank. And when they immediately encounter the A2, they have to just get out of there. They can't really deal with it. And getting this thing in heavy losses, so it's the British captain. You know, if the captain's ready, he's gonna make it. Immigrant fires again. Aiming around here. Churchill's now on the move here for the British Commonwealth. Now that they're playing as Royal Tank, they can get all the upgrades, including a tank commander and a Vickers skill at the same time. Oh, Rangers got hit by the immigrant. Being popped there. More Panthers coming out here for the Wehrmacht. That's a lot of Panthers. Oh, Panzerknacker on this comment. That's not good.
Infantry squad trained and ready to go.
Comet is still safe though. It survived the Panzerknacker. Probably only because it's a Veteran 5. Here comes a Churchill. I don't think the Germans are prepared for a Churchill.
Heavy tank reporting.
Here it comes. They do have the Panther, which can pierce it with relative ease. High explosive fails to hit.
Enemy infantry firing on us.
The Panther Queen coming down here to support. The Panther hits. Turret's been Here Traverse is no longer able to have them. It is a very heavily armored brick. It can take a lot of punishment without going down. So far still holding on, has to keep pulling back though. The Jumper's ready to jump in. The Jumpers have even better guns than the Churchill does. They should be able to deal with the Panther more reliably. The Churchill kind of relies on the Comets being present to deal with heavy armor like the Panther. There's a very recon run going overhead here for the British command vehicle. Because he's circling around with the command vehicles to keep an eye on things. They got shut down. Person fails to hit. Ham's on the move. Immigrant is also firing where the Allied tanks are now. And the Allies turn this around by just sheer force of arms here by using high-tier tanks. It's a very good question. But the Wehrmacht is still also using a lot of Panthers themselves here, coming up bit by bit. Too close to the Comet there. But the Panthers' armor holds up better than the Comet's.
We have a fresh Grenadier squad.
Oh. Frontal armor and that comment is really helping.
What's the job?
This will pull back pretty far for repairs. And the Jumbos can really penetrate the path reliably here. Especially at range. Oh, never mind, they penetrated. Oh, but one Jumbo has to pull back there. Lots of maneuvering going on here. Way too Sherman's trying to break through down here, but it's a little bit of a choke point. You don't really want to push your A2s down in a choke point like that. You need more open ground where they can all push together at the same time. It's kind of what they're better at doing. Here comes the Churchill again.
Stocks of better grenades are being made available to the infantry.
Churchill leading the way, as it should. When just fires down here, that's actually good for the allies. It's not really hitting anything. Good shot there from the Comet, focusing on the Panther. But a good shot there. That's how you use them, by basically having the Churchill there as basically a distraction. And that's the Panther down. Ooh, but now that Comet is in trouble. And now it's about to be lost here unless it can back off. Here comes the A2 Shermans. And there we go, the Churchill's down. The A2 Shermans doing their best to just punch through with high explosive rounds. Probably having issues there. But Jumbo's ready to push, and more Commons ready to move again. More recon runs going on here, but it's probably just going to get shut down.
Enemy action has destroyed our forward position.
It gets shut down quickly. And the Allies are trying to get it through there, but they just can't at the moment. The Panthers and the infantry is just holding on a little bit too well for the Germans here. The Allies are still fighting resiliently and bravely. You would expect of them. Lots of life grenades here from the Granatbüchses. Eric really likes to do that, doesn't he? Use the Panzerbüchse, not the Panzerbüchse, the Granatbüchses. More and more Panthers rolling onto the field, though. Surely Kakapo is soon going to reach a critical mass, but he's just going to drive over the Allied front line. But when is that going to happen? The British and the Americans are still holding on.
Churchill here. Where do you want us?
Well, the Allied infantry has suffered heavy losses.
Infantry tank, ready to go.
The Churchill has arrived to be equipped with new equipment too. You have more A3s gearing up to support the Jumbos. This tank fight is going to escalate even further soon.
Prepare for orders. Listen up. Change of plans.
I'm going to suggest give out a shield, still shield near the Allied bases. They're just gonna push for the center instead. Trying to divert the Panthers away. But the observation stock is getting good shots in. Now you have another tank fight here. The Panthers are the superior tanks at the moment. But the Panthers are the far superior tanks here, but while the Panthers are distracted, they too are just gonna punch through down here. Oh, the Panthers are suffering losses now. Command Comet showed up and it's turning it around. That Command Comet is doing a lot of work. It's lost his gun though. Gumbos is still driving through. And the A2s are just punching through everything. So good plan there from the Allies. Just forcing the Panthers away.
Forward elevator report and infantry unit lost.
Maverick, if you don't like Stuck Moldy's thing, you can just play the Spearhead version. Like, Spearhead is being updated again. So perhaps you prefer that over Ironside. Like, just saying. If you're just going to keep complaining. It's just my opinion on the matter.
Medium tank. Crew ready. All ready to go. Armored forces ready. Sappers ready for taking over.
It's still punching up here. Looks like the Churchill's still alive, which honestly surprises me.
Have a new comet tank. Ready to go. Squad, send your orders.
Yeah, let's might be able to turn this around after all by just sheer attrition. Those Emo-Goons have done a lot of damage though.
Ready for instructions.
Now the Allies need to get that church repaired. Well, the Emo-Goons are just going to keep making craters in this part of the map. Command Comet is ready for action again. Panthers going to try and see if they can tear the Churchill here. But I think the Allies know what's going on. They can hear it coming. Churchill's out. Now goes the Churchill infantry tank. Sad to see. Do love me Churchills. Probably one of my favorite heavy tanks. I just love the land ship design of it. Very antiquated but very fun. And the Comets are still holding on now. Both sides have suffered heavy losses here. These Jumbos still doing a good job for the United States though. It's pulling a lot of work. So against an armored Spearhead here. The Americans just used to punch through when they need to.
Tank support is here. Sherman ready.
Comet's ready for action again. The Allies are going to try and push for the center here. They want to take up more of the Panthers. We do have a King Tiger coming out here for Kagaboo. So the Germans are now going for the super heavy stuff rather than just the Panthers. I guess they realized that the Panthers are just not happening enough. Or not doing enough. Those are 225 Panthers though. So they are really good Panthers. They have to deal with a lot of stuff. Didn't expect this to turn into such an armored fight as it has. It's honestly been quite exciting. The Hallman is also going to go down there. Yep. The Allies have managed to find a way to punch for the center. The Germans are just running out of infantry to try and hold the ground. And the Emo going to hit the center. Man tank can capture ground, right? That's a thing it can do. Ain't gonna lost that. I'm looking good for this comet. And there it gets cleared out. Comet did a lot of good work though. Probably saved the Allies for quite a while. The Allies have what it needs to take out a King Tiger when that time comes. That will be the most interesting part here. You see another Comet coming out to replace the last one. Rangers are using mostly captured German equipment at this point. Really funny. I get it. Captured MT-42 100 rounds there. Here comes another force of the A2 Shermans. They just punch through the German defenders. Explosive rounds being loaded. Able to pin down the AT gun teams. The AT ship is just very good dealing with infantry-based defenses like this, as you can see. Half of the to try and hold down here, and we have the King Tiger arriving. And even this, the Comets are gonna have issues dealing with, I think. Because that thing is so heavily frontally armored. I think only the Jagdtiger is more frontally armored than the King Tiger, but I may be mistaken. A2s are pushing up, but they're not prepared for the King Tiger. Ooh, the King Tiger did take a penetrating hit from a Comet though. Most of the ships have been repulsed on the southern flank. So quickly repairing their Comet again. King Tiger's going to need some repairs quick too. The Immigrants are good and all, but I don't really feel they're doing much at this point in the battle. I suppose they are keeping Allied infantry at bay. But I feel like munitions could be used for something better. Of course, it looks like Maverick is having plenty of munitions income, so it's not going to be that much of a problem. You can probably keep the fire going. Panthers are just trying to do their best to hold by where they are. The Germans need to get that King Tiger repaired. Well, it's being repaired slowly. Thanks to the open blitz being nearby. That's certainly always something. And this is a really long match. Germans on the move to the north. They're going to try and punch a hole somewhere else. It feels like the Germans just need to push more aggressively here. They need to get to the Allied base. They can't really approach that easily. The Allies' own armor is quite good at reacting to their own movements. Especially with those Comets. They did try to move up before and they just got completely flanked. This kind of advantage of the Comet is very maneuverable. Panther knows it's a very maneuverable tank. Who fails to penetrate that time? So the King Tiger is going to remain in the south for the moment. He's going to be a defensive unit instead. Who gets hit there by a Comet in the side. So the Comet is using its higher penetration but lower damage shell, I think. Yeah, it's not using AP rounds, it's using APCR, I think.
Tank and crew ready to go.
Oh, Sherman's up on North flank being overrun here by Panther. A2's not really equipped for dealing with Panthers. As you can quite clearly see. Just being hunted down more or less. 75mm gun is just enough. Don't forget it's cleared out. Comet hit to the northern flank. Melbourne hits the center where the Allied infantry is supposed to be at. Comet's going to flank the Panther up here. It's a good shot. He needs the other Panther there to, the other Comet there to support. But the other Panthers quickly moving. I think the Comets know that. It knows it does not have the time. Here comes the other Panthers. Going in for the kill and getting the Comet kill. This time the Germans had the advantage by the looks of it. Might give them an opening to advance somewhere else.
Enemy got one of our squads.
As the King Tiger slowly is spreading up down here by the looks of it. And to get a little bit of a beachhead. Jumbos encountering the Panthers here on the main road. Jumbos so far doing a pretty good job. They still have a Comet for support nearby.
Just took out an entire gun crew.
Ooh, coming, Jumbos clears up one of the Panthers. Comet's going to take another shot. Oh, fails to penetrate. But the Panthers also present nearby. Jumbo and Comet has to move together, and one Panther is cleared out, but it's still recoverable. Lots of back and forth. They're trying to destroy the wreck. There we go. Play down that wreck entirely. I want the Germans to just be able to recover that vehicle immediately. Now the Allies are pushing on the northern flank, which is certainly something. They're trying to expand the battle a little bit, but the King Tiger is slowly just pushing up down here. There's not really a lot to stop it at the moment.
The enemy is attempting to steal our sector.
What are the Allies going to be able to do against that? Ooh, Jumper's close here. And the closer it is, the better it does. The Panthers are mostly being cleared out at this point. Not looking good for the Wehrmacht. They suffered a lot of their medium Panthers at the moment. Medium Panzers. Panzer. But that King Tiger has to really start to push down here with the Waffen SS or something. Because now the battlefield is shifting again.
The enemy sector has been cut off.
Man coming can capture ground. They actually capture ground pretty fast. That's pretty useful. Yeah, we should certainly set up here with a lot of defenses. But the Germans really need this King Tiger II better than anything else now. Because the Allies are getting quite closer to the German base. They're clearing out some of the back lines with their supplies. Certainly going to be a problem. Oh yeah, these Dragoons are going to get fired out. Pioneers are getting some good shots in. Oh, Comet is getting quite far behind the line. Needs to be a little bit cautious wherever it goes. And struck misses there. The Allies know the King Tiger is there, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, they know it's there. Just need to figure out a way to deal with it. And the Comets do this. They need to work really quick. Oh, good shot! But the King Tiger hits in return. Oh, flanking shot from something else. Oh, an AT gun. They might be able to overrun it. The King Tiger's now in trouble, has to pull back for repairs. Even going to start targeting the Allied base. But the Allies need to take out those howitzers quick. Someone gets cleared out. The Allies need to work quick. As I get a feeling Maverick is just gonna shield that base into oblivion at this point. And the Allies need to get rid of these howitzers. They are shielding the Allied base into pretty bad shape right now, but at least the base is being auto-repaired. That's a good thing. It's not that big of a threat as they normally would be. Of course, the auto-repairs only happen if it's not currently under attack, as you can see. The immigrants are not wasting any time just doing that. King Tiger's motivated for fighting again. And this 5-6 can't really do much to it. We're showing some more comments still coming out. And the King takes out pushing him in the comments again. This time it's not going to save the comment, I think. I really do feel the recon planes get shut down a little bit too easily. At least in my opinion. Major's under a lot of fire there. This has been a very long game so far. H2's preparing for on a push. The Panther strikes are keeping them mostly at bay. The terrain is very hard to shoot through at the moment. Attack's been repaired again. I should Maverick just trying to hold on until his howitzers can fire on the enemy base again. But they lack the resources right now. The H2 is still trying to apply pressure to Jumbo's ready faction again. We have another Comet going in for an action here against the Panther. It's enough to force the Panther to back off at the moment. I think both sides are quite exhausted and very much tunnel vision in what they do. Not really able to change their methods. I do like that the Allies tried to push on the northern flank though to try and change the fight up a little bit.
You now have a new Comet tank.
The Panther coming down to the southern flank to help hold. It's good to see coordination from both sides though. Especially with Maverick getting the support of Kagabu's Panthers on the southern flank to help hold against the tanks. That's a very good showing of teamwork. I need to get that base repaired quick. Not sure what they're repairing there. Something that in theory cannot be destroyed, I think, from vanilla. Oh, not looking good after the combat. Here comes the King Tiger. That's a dead comet. Oh, King Tiger missed. Not gonna miss its second shot. Never mind. Panther got it.
HQ is under attack.
And here comes the next barrage for the base. Here comes the Shermans trying to push again. They are choke point down here, which is not really a good idea. Especially with all the terrain blocking the shots. So Jumbo's trying to push up there.
The enemy has destroyed an emplacement. Area secure. In contact.
He was trying to push through still.
A medium tank was just lost. We lost a gun crew.
Yeah, the Allies are kind of in a desperate situation at the moment. We need to get to those guns. That's not really easy for them.
Ready to deploy. Get to march. Protect the flank. Incoming Sherman partner fire. Crew taking fire. Infantry group lost. Ready. Go ahead.
All the rough terrain is making it very hard for the packs to hit anything though. Mavericks, could you stop complaining? Like seriously. If you don't like something, then you don't like it, then why are you playing it? It's just my question. That's really what I'm wondering about.
They're on the flank. Send orders. Enemy attacking. Ready. Send.
They must have to pull back for repairs again. The Allied base is taking a lot of damage. King Tiger's starting to move up here. There's not a lot left to stop him. Oh, somehow this rock blocked the high explosive round. That's a Veterans 580 gun with improved breach. No wonder they're firing so fast. Thomas gonna go in for another shot. Bit of a risky maneuver. Oh yeah, very risky maneuver. Not worth it. Not worth it at all. Yeah, not worth it all. There goes the comment. I'm not sure how much longer the Allies can hold on at this point. They have lost a lot. Speed up time a little bit, because I don't really think much difference is going to happen at the moment. Just more pushing here from the 10th SS. Another Sherman coming up here, with high explosive rounds being ready to fire. The Imogen is hitting the Allied base again, obviously.
There's a comet tank ready to go. Ready. Go ahead. Where do you want this?
More comments are still coming out.
Ready for orders.
Try to speed up time again. Police try to scavenge. Another push here. Remember, keeping anti-tank infantry near each other is not a good idea. Plus, I only see one anti-tank infantry here, so that's probably pretty decent. Nothing bad was happening there. That's also why I prefer victory point games, so you don't get to this kind of stalemate in the late game, to be honest. Victory point games, in my opinion, are a little bit popular, or a little bit just better, I think, for this kind of situation. Tiger Tank is now being called in.
Hey, listen up. Listen up.
Support the King Tiger, which is a Veteran 5 King Tiger, by the way. The battle is still going on. British don't really have much else they can do about the comets, I think. Doing more Shermans at the ready. The problem really is all those Panthers.
We just lost
That'll help stun any assault that comes their way.
Prepare yourself. Go ahead. We're ready. Panzer here. Now
Panthers being repaired there.
before they see us. It's done.
Not too bad about that. And it's quite calm. Even though that's striking in the allied base though from the immigrants. They're still shelling them. Oh, we're gonna see a centaur now. Intriguing choice. All the Shermans on the move somewhere. I made the Germans think there's gonna be a specific push somewhere else. Panther and King Tiger heading for the northern flank here towards the comets. So they're going in on the allied positions there. This comet's going to get destroyed quick.
Our headquarters are under fire.
The allies still losing a little bit too much. The Germans just need to push through, really. The allies just going to go all in on the northern flank here. But coming down a single choke point is just going to be to Germans' advantage, especially with that other Tiger tank there. Able to use this 88mm to its full advantage. I'd like to see the Centaur trying to get around the flank here. Jumbo's not going to last long against the King Tiger though. That high velocity 88mm is just too big. Oh, Comet lost his gun. The Germans just need to push through. You do see more tanks trying to get around, but these are just A2s. They can still do something if they can get on the flank. Jumbo's pushing from the front again. And AT guns also firing from the flank here. Hammer gets cleared out. Tiger gets immobilized. Jumbo's driving through. Panthers are being relocated to northern flank. So more German infantry trying to get up down here. Using a lot of those Granatbüchses to their advantage here. Still just shelling the allied base. The allies are being persistent. Very persistent. And I see, as you can see, this is why I prefer victory point games. It's getting way too long. It's over an hour. It might get over an hour and 30 minutes. Yikes. Very long game. I expect it would be this long when I set up for this one. Hack on the flank here. That's the Centaur gone. Yeah, American base has been destroyed. They just need to be repaired again.
Sherman ready.
Need to get some reaction to get the barracks operational again.
Comet tank ready and waiting.
Jumbo's ready for action again. The allies are just tenacious here. I give them credit for that.
Awaiting new orders.
Up time again.
A capture point is being overrun.
Jumbos are going forwards again, encountering the Panthers. Ooh, Comet's not gonna last long there. Yeah, there it goes. King Tiger advances. Which is German trying to hold down here. Not really much going on here. It will be able to stop all this German infantry that's trying to get through though. Hopefully. That'll be equipped with high explosive rounds though. Which makes an easy target for the Panzerschrecks. Yeah, with this game lasting that long, I can kind of understand.
Enemy causing trouble, trying to take one of our points. A new engineer section is waiting for orders.
I will applaud the Allies' tenacity.
The squad's gone.
Got time again. Because I don't really see much else happening for a moment.
Typical enemy trick, isn't it? Enemy got one of our squads.
Merrick just continuously bombing their base.
Armor ready. Infantry, okay. Fire away.
Yeah, nothing is really happening, just about the bombing now. Just really bombing, nothing else. Like, how long is this game? Panthers on the move there. King Tiger moving in too. But the Allies just really have nothing left. The Germans could just advance. There's nothing really to stop them. Germans are trying to advance up here now. Lots of infantry, and the Panthers are moving.
Our capture point. They're trying to take it.
Yeah, not really much here to stop them.
It's looking a bit squiffy. Line's been cut.
Hopefully, it's quickly trying to get up here to scavenge.
You now have a new comet tank.
This is quite toxic, I'll say.
Enemy threatening a capture point.
Like, the Germans should just advance and destroy the base then. Like, they have the means to do it. Almost on the move again. Comets are still not able to win the fight against the King Tiger. No surprise there, really.
One of our panzers has been destroyed.
How is this game still lasting?
Your orders.
Oh my god, this is a little bit ridiculous, not gonna lie. Like, if you've lost, just surrender. Don't need to be so toxic and stick around. Again, this is why I prefer victory point games. I feel victory point games are just superior to Annihilation.
Heavy infantry. Tank support is here. Sherman ready.
At least the Allies are proving one thing, German tanks are not superior, really. That's a lot of Panthers still. They're approaching the Allied base.
Rear echelon troops on the front line.
Germans still have the tanks, they could just push in. Like, push the King Tiger up, they have the means.
Swing around. Get fire on that AT.
They're staying back as they are, they're being a little bit too cautious here, I think. But they can easily push in. Or feel even being out of in, even though they can't really do much with them, I think. Ashford's forward again, encountering the Jumbos. To be honest, this game ended a long time ago, but it's just still going artificially.
One of our fighting positions is sustaining fire.
Panthers are taking heavy damage though because they're getting a little bit too close to the jumbos. We need to get this King Tiger moving. Like, if they start pushing up the King Tiger, the allies couldn't do anything to stop it. Just saying. The two still meant to get a single comment now, that's funny. I'm pushing up here, but it's a little bit too close to the Panther. I just pushed up the King Tiger. Why is it staying back there? There's nothing to stop it. And more Panthers are assaulting now. I don't like when games become so toxic sometimes. It's very unfortunate that sometimes online gaming communities can be like this. Like, if you don't like something, just don't play it. That's what I would say to Averick because of how much he seems to hate on the mod. He seems to like playing. It's a very weird relationship he must have with it. Panthers ready to move again. Like, I've seen the Spearhead mod returning, and I feel like it might be more to Maverick's taste to play the Spearhead mod. That's just a personal opinion. I definitely feel both mods have their ups and downs. Like, I definitely prefer the way that Ironside has its commander abilities with the officers. That's a lot better. But I feel like Spearhead has a lot more charm to how some of the things work. At least in my opinion. I especially like how in Spearhead artillery is actually good at stopping tanks. Like destroying their tracks. That's a nice thing. I also like the long-range infantry combat that Ironside has over Spearhead, but it's just a lot of variety, you know? All the small differences. After all, we're still made in the same template of a mod. I just push in and finish them, you have the means. Let's destroy the buildings. And now the King Tiger comes, a little bit too late there. There we go, finally it's over. Well, that was a little bit more toxic than I expected it to be at some points, but regardless, I still hope you all enjoyed the action we had for at least the first half of this one, if you stuck around. I'll see you all in the next one. Bye bye!